Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful night for an adventure from the couch here on Tommy Travels the Second. And the topic of the day is the best breakfast. And I know that I've recently covered the topic of best cereals, and somebody mentioned that they don't really get into cereal that much, they don't care for it. And so I thought, that's a good point. Cereal is a fun thing to think about from when you were a kid, but we don't eat as much of it as adults as we used to. So what is the best breakfast nowadays that we just don't eat cereal every single day? That is what we're going to talk about here tonight. So if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. And I will see you right after this. And just to start off, if somebody asks you what your favorite breakfast is, and you say something like, I like to have a yogurt and a granola bar and a half a banana. Just go ahead and exit the room right now, because we are not going to be talking about anything like that. I'm talking breakfast, the good kind of breakfast. The breakfast that we all say, whoa, that was a good breakfast. I can't do that every day, but I love it when I can do it. So in the early days of our country, before the Industrial Revolution, we were mostly farmers. Farming was a huge industry in the United States. And what was a good breakfast in those days? Well, it was what you could find on a farm. Eggs, bacon, sausage, all that stuff. And it was made in large quantities because we had large families to support back then. And somehow that idea of a breakfast got ingrained throughout, even after the Industrial Revolution into today. And I remember waking up as a kid some mornings at my grandparents' or spending the night at a friend's house or wherever it is. There's nothing better than waking up to the smell of coffee brewing and bacon frying in the pan, eggs cracking, and just the whole start of breakfast going on. You can smell toast in the toaster, and it's just something so nice about that feeling. And I think that is ingrained in our psyche as Americans, and that's what makes us love breakfast so much, probably more than most other countries. In a moment, I'll be talking about what my favorite breakfast is that I like to enjoy whenever possible. But first, we're going to talk about the very best breakfast that you can ever have. And that, of course, is the homemade breakfast. Nobody makes breakfast better than grandma or mom or dad or a best friend or loved one who's making it just for you, the way that you like it. Because there is no restaurant or buffet out there that can do it just in that specific way that brings the comfort of home into your belly. It's just not possible. And so whether it's eggs and bacon or hash browns or pancakes, whatever it is, nobody does it better. And sometimes you're the cook and you're making it for yourself. In that case, that's the best breakfast too, because you know exactly how to do it. And so there's nothing better than the homemade breakfast all around. The first thing that I want to talk about for outside of homemade breakfast is pancakes and French toast. And that is something that a lot of folks like to have with their breakfast, like eggs and bacon, and then have a couple of pieces of French toast or pancakes to go along with it, and that is delicious. But my question is, what in the heck is going on with IHOP? I remember way back in the day, IHOP was still International House of Pancakes. They were known for having good pancakes, good French toast, good breakfasts in general. And then, for some reason, something started happening. All of a sudden, it turned into more like, instead of just having good French toast and pancakes, it's like, oh, try our new French toast where we put an ice cream sundae on top of it with strawberries and bananas and then chocolate sauce on top of that. That's our French toast. Here you go. And people are flocking in to have these weird French toast things that are not French toast. It's like a whole mound of calories that people have on top of their French toast. It's not even breakfast, it's dessert these days, and that should not count as breakfast, in my opinion. It's like IHOP said, how do we sell more pancakes? I don't know, why don't we throw a Twinkie on there with peanut butter and ice cream, and we'll call it our Twinkle Butter Pancakes. We'll sell them for $5.99. And then you see a commercial. Try IHOP's new Twinkle Butter Pancakes. And then people flock out to go eat them and try them because they haven't tried them before and they look good on TV. But it is not breakfast. So those kind of things I'm throwing off the list. The next thing I want to talk about is the omelet. Now, if I go to a restaurant and they serve omelets there and it's not a buffet type of thing, usually I don't order them because it's pretty much a selection of what they want to serve for omelets, like the veggie omelet or the hungry man's breakfast omelet or the meat lover's omelet or whatever it is. It's their version of the omelet, and usually that's not exactly what I want. They have build your own omelets there too usually, but you don't know what's going to come out of that kitchen just because you said I want ham and bacon and cheese on it. What I like, if you're going to order an omelet, go to a buffet where you can put all the ingredients, select them right there. You can see the person assemble them right in front of you, and they'll make your omelet right in front of your face, and then boom, right on your plate. That is the best way to do an omelet, ladies and gentlemen, at a breakfast buffet. And there are restaurants that serve very good breakfasts, but if you're just in the mood for some eggs and bacon and toast and maybe a pancake or something, then that's absolutely fine. That does its job pretty well. But if you're really in the mood for a breakfast, like I need some breakfast, then the buffet is the best option for you, because in a restaurant, you pretty much order the thing that they have. You know, this comes with 2 eggs and 2 sausage and hash browns and a piece of toast, and that's it. And then you have to order anything else on the side, and that can get expensive. If you go to a buffet, you can have a waffle and 2 pancakes and a couple of eggs and hash browns and then a couple chicken wings just for good measure. So the buffet is really the best way if you're really in the mood for a breakfast. And my very favorite breakfast is one that I would never make at home, didn't have much growing up because it's a little difficult to make, and that is Eggs Benedict. And boy, I think the first time that I had hollandaise sauce, I said, oh my gosh, what is that? That is delish. And so if I have a choice on breakfast, if they've got Eggs Benedict, that's probably my very first go-to choice. And especially if you do go to a breakfast buffet where they do make it right in front of you like that, nothing better to me. Get a little extra hollandaise sauce. That stuff is like just the best. And so for me, that's what it is. And maybe some hash browns and a couple slices of bacon. You can't have a breakfast without bacon. And then that's what we're going to talk about next, actually. I was just going to end the video right there with my favorite breakfast, but then Jim Gaffigan popped into my head and he's like, this guy didn't talk about bacon. Is he even American? That's a terrible impression, but you cannot forget about bacon. And everybody likes their bacon a little bit differently. Some people like it like way on the burnt side, to where it's really crispy and dark and has that kind of a burnt flavor. I don't like that. I don't like really extra crispy bacon. I like it when it's a little less than that. Sort of, I would say medium rare if you talk about bacon, where it's not, it might have a little flex to it when you pick it up still. That is my kind of bacon right there. And everybody's probably got a strong opinion on that, so if you do, leave a comment below. Well, you guys, this has been another successful adventure from the couch here tonight on Tommy Travels the Second, where we've been talking about the best breakfast you can get. And if you have a favorite breakfast or a favorite bacon, leave it in the comments below. And if you guys liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. Thank you guys so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side.